Just a hair late, bro. Just a hair late. You know what I'm saying? Just a hair, like a hair, a hair in a biscuit. You guys hear that saying? I've lived on the West Coast, and then I've lived over here in Kentucky a long time, and so sometimes I forget. Like what sayings are Kentucky only, or what sayings kind of everybody says. So I am curious. Oh, my hair! I'm gonna have to get a haircut. I am curious. The hanging in there like a hair in a biscuit. Let's just go there real quick. Hanging in there like a hair in a biscuit. Is that a Kentucky saying? A South saying? Is that like? Do we hear that all the way across the board? West Coast, East Coast? I don't know if I remember hearing that as a kid. Hanging in there like a hair in a biscuit. I feel like I don't remember hearing that as a kid. Definitely hear it out here in Kentucky. You hear it all the time. But here's what made me think of that. I'm just a hair late this morning. Just a hair. All right. Appreciate the grace. I was building something epic today. No, actually, it's been a bit challenging because I wake up. I don't want to say challenging, but it's been a bit. Okay, let me word it this way. So I wake up at 3:50 in the morning. 3:50 a.m. is when I wake up. The last few weeks, though, I've been waking up at some weird times. But I wake up at 3:50 a.m. I go downstairs. Yeah, hair and a biscuit, Maria. Come on, girl. It sounds very Vicky and very Kentucky. I feel that. So I wake up at 3:50 in the morning, and then I grab a big cup of water, and then I go downstairs, and then I write my show. I do my gratitude and goals, do all that in my Morning 5 planner. If you don't have a Morning 5 planner, you should, if you're hanging out around here anyway. But I use my Morning 5 planner every single day, write down my gratitude and goals, all of those things, and then I write the words good morning, and I write my show. Patty's never heard that saying. Hanging in there like a hair in a biscuit. Come on. So, what up, JP? So, 3:50. Yeah, that's right. So, 3:50 a.m., get up, do my stuff, then I write the show. And then what I used to do is I would go get in my truck, and then I would drive here to the studio. And that would include usually listening to some sort. Ooh, excuse me. Oh, that hurt. Listening to some sort of audio book, podcast, something like that, typically in the mornings, and usually an audio book, and that would be my book time. Right now, as an organization, we are together, my team and I, we are reading a book called The Slight Edge, and we're reading 10 pages a day. And then I'm also doing the book recommendation from the Morning 5 Planner, which the book recommendation from the Morning 5 Planner is the 40-day prayer challenge, the Draw a Circle 40-day prayer challenge. I don't know if you saw that in your planner for May. So I'm kind of doing both, right? So the Draw the Circle, the 40-day prayer challenge by Mark Batterson. I've been listening to that in the truck on the way over, but I'm reading 10 pages of The Slight Edge. So I write the show, and then instead of going and getting in the truck and driving over here, I'm reading 10 pages of The Slight Edge, and then I'm sharing my thoughts on that in our group chat. We have a WhatsApp group chat, and so everybody shares their takeaways from the reading. Well, that extra 10, that 10 pages of reading, that's an extra like 12 minutes. And 12 minutes makes a big difference. 12 minutes makes a big difference when you're starting at 3:50 a.m. So now it's like, do I wake up at 3:40? Do I go to 3:40? Like, honestly, drop it in the chat, folks. Do I go to 3:40? Do I just need to bite the bullet and go to freaking 3:40 so that I'm staying on time? Because I've been getting here to the studio 10 minutes late every day because of this extra 10 minutes. So do I go to 3:40? Now, keep in mind, it used to be I woke up at like 5. And then it was like, oh, I need a little more time. So then it was 4:50. Then I needed a little more time, so it was 4:30. Then I needed a little more time. So now I'm at 3:50. Yeah, JP, you get it, because you get up at 4 every freaking day too. Do I make it 4:40? Oh, I can't even believe I said that out loud. All right, anyways, let's dive into the show today. Good morning, and welcome to the #1 morning show in America. I am your host, Glenn Lundy, husband to 1, father to 9, author, speaker, and the founder of 800%.life. It's 5:30 a.m., and it's time to rise and grind. Dude, Robert Pollard's always got me rocking over on TikTok. He's always hitting the likes, hitting the shares, all of those things. 333 for 18 years. Do you drink coffee after my water? No, I don't drink any caffeine, Tony. No caffeine for this guy right here. No coffee, no energy drinks, no caffeine. Never been a caffeine guy. It's just never been the case. Learn to speed read. I guess maybe that's the case. Maybe it'll get a little bit faster. Anyways, good morning. How are you, my friend? Dude, today is Wednesday. That's right. Today is Wednesday, aka CMA Day. Carter Myers Automotive Group, the most amazing automotive group on the planet. Today is CMA Day, May 6th, 2026. And what's crazy is today is the very first and the very last time it'll ever be May 6th, 2026. So I want to make sure we make the absolute most, and I do mean the absolute most of this absolutely incredible day. I'm coming to you live from Lexington, Kentucky, where today it's a little bit chilly. What's up, Maria? Scott Simons. Tosh says, please do not wake up any earlier. Please do not make up any earlier, she says. You have little sleep anyway. Yes, I know. All right, so today is the very first, very last time it will ever be May 6, 2026, coming to you live from Lexington, Kentucky, where today it's a little bit chilly. It's supposed to be rainy all day. We're looking at 58 degrees and rainy. 58 degrees and rainy. That's what we're looking at today here in Lexington, Kentucky. Now, that is nothing like the weather in sunny California, where I was last week. Last week, I went on a trip to sunny California. I took my daughters, Meredith and Willow, my 12-year-old and my 10-year-old. We started the trip with a 800% Club retreat in Scottsdale, Arizona, with all of our members of 800% Club, which was awesome. But basically, the three of us hit 7 cities over 11 days. We went to 3 major parks, Disneyland, Legoland, and the Grand Canyon. We went on morning hikes, sunrise hikes. We did some sunrise yoga. There was a pickleball tournament that we participated in. We got to listen to incredible speakers, from Sharon Lecter to Kristen Kingsbury to Scott Flansburgh, the human calculator. We went to a tank museum. We went to a major boat show in Lake Havasu. Crazy boat show. We spent 4 days on the beach. The girls loved the beach. It was absolutely incredible. We did over 15 hours in a Jeep Wrangler. There was lots of candy, lots of treats, lots of sweets. There was also a 7-mile hike. There was also finding the gym in different hotels all across the board. There was all kinds of things in sunny California and sunny Scottsdale, Arizona. A lot different weather than what we've got here in Kentucky today. Now, that trip last week, we've been breaking down this week. This week, right here on #RiseandGrind, we've been breaking down and extracting the lessons, right? Monday, we talked about this pickleball tournament where my daughter, who was 10 years old, played with her partner, who was a retired NFL player, a Super Bowl winning NFL player. She picked him as her ally. She went out there on the pickleball court, and her and him almost won the championship. They ended up taking second place. Beating me and my guy Frank Knox, who just joined us this morning. Welcome, Frank. We're going to have to relive this memory every day this week, by the way, on the show. Beating me and my guy, Frank Knox, on the pickleball court, which we expressed how we felt about that yesterday, on yesterday's episode. So that was part of the trip, and we talked about the lessons we learned from that, like choose your allies wisely and have a belief in yourself, man. Just because you're the smallest on the court, just because you're the youngest in the room, maybe you're the oldest in the room, maybe you're the biggest on the court, for whatever reason you might feel limited or that you can't or have some sort of belief, I'm here to tell you, let's take a lesson from Meredith. Choose your allies well and have a strong belief in yourself. We also talked about how we took the kids to the Grand Canyon, and ultimately when they got to the Grand Canyon, they were like, yo, Dad, that's cool, but it ain't got a pool. Can we just get to the pool part? We drove from Scottsdale to Sedona. It was beautiful. We went to Flagstaff, had dinner at La Fonda. It was delicious. Got to visit our older sister. Got to visit James, Uncle James. That's great. Now we're at the Grand Canyon. It's a big old hole in the freaking ground. Can we get to the pool? We're ready to jump in the Jeep and drive another 5 hours so that we can get to Lake Havasu so we can get to the pool.
Too slow.
We did get to the pool, and we had a blast at the pool, and the lesson that we talked about yesterday is we got to meet people where they are, man. Meet people where they are. I'm sitting over here thinking one of the 7 wonders of the world. This is going to be the most memorable experience for them ever. We're going to meet them there at sunrise, or we're going to meet the Grand Canyon at sunrise. It's going to be beautiful and epic, and it was beautiful, and it was epic, and I'm glad that I personally went on the journey, even though I've seen it a bunch of times. But, dude, ultimately, the kids just wanted to get to the freaking pool, bro. I could have saved myself hours, time, effort, energy. I could have took my friends to the Grand Canyon and took my kids to the pool down the street from the house, and they would have had an equal amount of joy. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm glad I took my kids. I'm glad they've experienced it, all of those things. I'm sure there's little things that they'll remember that they're not sharing right now, but the overall point and lesson is meet people where they are, bro. Find out what other people find valuable and get them to that as fast as humanly possible. Now, today we're going to go back to Cali because I've got a couple more lessons for you that I think you're really going to enjoy. But before we go too far, you know what we got to do on this show. I kind of feeling this morning. I don't know why. It's kind of got that. It's not really on theme, but I'm digging it. For those of you that know and those of you that don't know, this is the part of the show where I need you to hit that share button. That's right. I need you to hit that share button because I believe if we can change the way people start their day, it'll make a massive impact on this planet. I truly believe that. And sometimes all it takes to change the way somebody starts their day is for you, yes, you, to hit that share button. If you're on Facebook watching live right now, share it out, tag a friend. If you are on Facebook watching on the replay, share it out, tag a friend. If you are on TikTok right now, hit that share button, share it out, tag a friend, let's do it. Hit the like button, drop me some gifts, do all that fun stuff that we do over on TikTok. Those of you that are watching on YouTube, drop a comment, make sure I know you stopped by. I guess you could repost, maybe repost from YouTube. If you're listening to the podcast, thanks for listening in. Feel free to come join us in a full episode someday, or just keep listening. Make sure you drop a review on the podcast. I would greatly appreciate it. This is also the part of the show where I want to say good morning to you, and I want you to say good morning to me. Whether you're watching live or you're watching on replay, say what up, all right? Say what up. Let's go. Cynthia, good morning. How are you? Thank you so much for being here today. Bill Harrison is in the building. Good morning, Bill Harrison. Thanks for being here. Mary Lynn Wilkin is in the building. Good morning, Miss Mary Lynn. I know you were saying you were watching on replay. She was missing the live. Ramona Roger Smith is in the building. Thanks for being here. Robert Pollard's in here over on TikTok. We've also got Car Guy 1550 on TikTok joining us today. Trish Mickey is over on TikTok. She's joining us. Thank you so much for joining us. Monetization tip. Hold on, I gotta I got to do something on TikTok or it's going to kick me off. All right, there we go. Miggy's on TikTok. Queen Bella is on TikTok. Carly's on TikTok. Dinya's on TikTok. Oh, he's the car guy. Okay, got you, Robert. Mike Larkin, good morning to you. Thank you for being here. I appreciate it. Greg Becker, good morning. Thanks for being here this morning. I really, really, really appreciate it. Trisha Rue is in the building. I already said that. I'm going to say it twice. Russell Hill, good morning. Sean Weatherby, good morning. Jeremy Nolling, what's up, Jeremy Nolling? Great to see you, sir. You are the freaking man, bro. Let me know what I can do for you. I owe you guys one. We've got Tara Hope in the building. Tony Thorstad in the building. Michael Barrick, what's up, man? Tiffany Ann is in the building. Frank Knox, my guy, is in the building. Valerie Stone is in the building. Thank you for being here. I greatly appreciate it. Angela Hastings, Paul Brindley. Scott Simons is in the building. Those of you that are watching on replay, I know my mom's watching. Hey, Mom, love you. Thank you for being here. Heather Parody, thanks for being here. Kathy Camacho, thank you for being here. Judy Tebow, thanks for being here. Robert Migliaccio, thanks so much for popping in every day. My guy Kurt McFarland is in the building. Liza Myers-Borges is in the building. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I absolutely love this show. I love this show. I love that I get to start my day with you. I want you to know, like truly from the bottom of my heart, serious, you have transformed my life in such a powerful way. Like such a powerful way, dude. Waking up at 3:50 in the morning, fully producing a show. The production stuff that I've learned over the years, the relationships that I've been able to build over the years, the ability to speak and bring this type of energy, the habits that you've helped me create in my life, the discipline that you've helped me create. I mean, we've done this show over 2,000 times. I don't know very many people that have over 2,000 episodes of anything, bro. Over 2,000 times. And when I wake up in the morning, I wake up refreshed. I wake up energized. I wake up with purpose. I'm excited to step into the world. Like when I wake up at 3:50, I'm like, let's go. Feet on the ground, grab the cup of water, hit the morning 5, write the show. Because I know I've got you on the other end doing whatever you're doing, wherever you are in the world, getting ready to join me right here in this space. And that accountability that you apply on me has created a freaking champion in me that did not exist prior to this show. Dude, we've been doing this show for 8 years now, man. 8 years. So I just want to say thank you. I hope you know and understand that it's not just me here producing a show that's making an impact. Every one of you are making an impact on me. Every one of you. Sheila, thanks for making an impact on me. Sol Salcido, thanks for making an impact on me. Patty, thanks for making an impact on me. And I know you're making an impact on each other too. So a lot of gratitude this morning. Thank you so much. Quick little side note, we do have an event coming up next week, or I guess it's in 13 days. We have a sales workshop right here in Lexington, Kentucky. This is for salespeople in automotive space or any other sales space. If you want to learn about sales, come join us. If you have people on your team that you want to send them my way. This is May 19th and 20th. We'll go 9 to 3 on each of those days right here in my offices in Lexington, Kentucky. All you got to do is go to 800%.life/events, 800%.life/events if you want to be a part of that or you want to send somebody, and I'll see you then. Let's go.
Welcome back. You know where we're at. We're going back to Cali.
All right, check it out. California, bro. If you haven't been, you gotta go. The beaches is beautiful. I mean, the rest of Cali, but the beaches, the beach is just an incredible place, man. It's an incredible place filled with sand and the waves, and there's constant activity, and there's people from every different walk of life that are experiencing, this amazing gift that God has given us of the ocean. It's amazing how every time I go to the beach where there's lots of people, you'll see people taking pictures. You'll see at sunrise and especially sunset on the West Coast, at sunset, just thousands of people everybody just flocks to the beach. And or even if they're at a restaurant or whatever, it's like it just goes silent. Everybody just sits still and watches the sunset. It's like the whole world stops. It's so beautiful. It's so beautiful. And so we were in California, and we stayed in a 3-story condo right on the beach. It was beautiful. 3-story condo right on the beach. Great job. It was an Airbnb. It was inexpensive. It was a two-bedroom condo. My daughters had a big room with 2 queen beds, and then I had my own room with a king bed, and then we had the kitchen, and then there's futons and stuff up front, and these big wraparound windows that you just look out and you see the beach, and you look out and there's the beach and there's the water, and you look down and there's the boardwalk, the Mission Beach boardwalk. And this boardwalk's just constantly people going by. If you like to people watch, there's nothing like it, right? And there's a lot of history to this Mission Beach. As a matter of fact, I found an old video. This is an old commercial for Mission Beach. Check this out.
You think of Mission Beach, and you think of summer Saturdays under a layer of suntan lotion. But Mission Beach is here summer and winter, a unique part of the city unto itself. It's a part of San Diego that has its own special approach to the pressures of the day. You can always find some surfers who can manage to take Friday off to catch a wave, or 2 intrepid swimmers ready to brave the chilly waters. And while other Southern Californians measure their comings and goings in terms of freeways and traffic jams, not Mission Beach. Somehow, folks there always come up with alternative forms of transportation. Mission Beach, sun, sand, and yes, even suntan lotion. But mostly, just San Diego.
Now this was, that video is from 50 years ago, 60 years ago. Here's what it looks like basically today for those of you that are watching, or for those of you that are just listening and not watching. I'm showing a video from a Meta Glasses point of view of just all that you see on Mission Beach on the boardwalk. I mean, it's just covered with people, right? You've got all different kinds of people. You've got the runners, right? You got, especially first thing in the morning, you've got runners that are running through. You've got the skaters and the guys on skateboards and people on regular roller skates and so on and so forth. And then you have the bikers, right? There's people that ride by on different bicycles. You've got all of them. And then you've got some people that are solo walking by themselves. And then you also have the couples, right? You've got the old couples and you've got the young couples and you've got the people that are newly in love, right? Young love all over the place. And then you have the barefoot people. Some of the people are barefoot. Some of the people like to walk in the water barefoot. Some people like to walk on the edge of the beach barefoot. And then you have the people that actually just stay on the concrete. They don't want to get any sand on them, right? They walk on barefoot. And then you've got the people that are bringing their dogs. You've got the dogs everywhere. You got the dog walkers. And some people got their dog on a leash. And some people don't have their dog on a leash. And everybody's got a little poop bag so they can pick up their little dog poop. And then you got the people that are sitting on the back deck of all these houses that are right on this boardwalk, which is where we stayed in one of those condos, and everybody's just sitting on the back deck, and you can see them, they're reading books and so on and so forth. They're watching the beach. There are people watching as people go by. And I mean, there's people going by nonstop, bro. Nonstop. 24 hours, 7 days a week. There are just people going by. It's absolutely amazing. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. You got the surfers that are out there in the water. You got all these things. And then out of nowhere, as I'm people watching, I'm checking out all of this stuff. I'm in my condo and I look out the window and I see this. I see this person right here walking on the beach backwards. And from my window of the condo, I can actually see this person walking on the beach backwards for a long stretch. Like, I can see a good half a mile. And this person's walking backwards the entire time. I'm like, what is this person doing? So I looked it up. I'm like, dude, is there a person walking backwards on the beach? Are they just a crazy person or what's going on? And when I looked it up, it was crazy, right? ChatGPT told me there's a few different reasons. Exercise, rehab, walking backward changes which muscles fire. It hits quads, calves, shins, glutes, and core differently and reduces the impact on knees for people. Athletes and physical therapists use it for balance, coordination, knee rehab, and ankle strengthening. There's also a mental focus meditation aspect to it. Backward walking forces attention. You cannot go on autopilot. Some people use it almost like moving meditation because your brain has to stay present. Some people use it for longevity, brain training. There's been a huge rise in neurological fitness, balance, coordination, bilateral movement, vestibular training. Backward walking is popular in those circles because it challenges the brain-body connection. The sand makes it harder. Wet, packed sand is basically nature's treadmill. Walking backward there increases resistance without needing a gym. I was like, what? So I'd been having this calf issue, right? So I'm like, I'm going to go do it. So I went the next day and I walked 1.5 miles backwards on the beach. 1.5 miles, bro. Backwards. Took like 30 minutes. I walked 1.5 miles backwards. But it was crazy because the next day my calf muscle felt amazing, right? It literally felt amazing the very next day and has not reverted. I did it again the next day. I walked another mile backwards the next day, and it's been great. But more importantly than helping me with my calf muscle, it taught me something that at 48 years old I had never thought about. As I was walking backwards on the beach, I was facing forward. I wasn't like walking with my neck turned around looking where I was going, right? I'm just walking backwards while looking forward. And it was amazing because I could see the way forward, or the way like that I was in. I could see the direction I was going by looking backwards. Here's what I mean by that. Like, I'm measuring how far I am from the water. Like, this is kind of hard to explain because I'm moving backwards. So my body's moving backwards, but my head is facing forward. Not forward the direction I'm going, but forward on my body, if that makes sense. And I can see the beach, and I can see the ocean, and I can see the line where the houses are. I can see all of these things. And by looking basically at the things that I'm already past, the things that are behind me in my past, by looking at those things, I could guide which way I needed to go to move forward. It was crazy. It was like I trusted what was ahead of me while being guided by what I could see was behind me. It was kind of freeing in a way, because when you walk forward, normally you're always looking ahead. And I think a lot of times in our lives, we're always like looking to the future. I'm going to do this thing now and it's going to pay off later. Let's go to the future. What's my next move? What am I going to do in 5 years? What am I doing next week? What's my next list on my to-do list, so on and so forth. Whereas, like, fascinatingly enough, if we would just look back, and focus on the good decisions we've made, the things that we've navigated, the hurdles we've overcome, so on and so forth, that alone can give us enough information to cause us to move forward, right? Like when I look back at this show and go, I made a decision to show up live 8 years ago, and I can see that decision, looking back, I can see that waking up at 3:50 is better for my health, and waking up at 3:50 has built my relationships, and waking up at 3:50 has built my business the way it is, and serving people, giving, rarely asking, always giving, right? I can look back and see that that's done amazing things for me. So I don't need to look forward and say, what do I need to do to get to the next level? Instead, I just keep looking back and go, keep doing what the hell you're doing, bro, because it's working. And that was like a revelation for me on the beach. I'm like, holy crap, I don't have to look at the future in order to trust that the future is bright. I can measure where I'm going by looking at where I've been. It was fascinating. So then I'm looking out the beach, and I know I'm already at 30 minutes, man. This might have to be a two-parter. This might be a two-parter. What time is it? 6:03. Dang it. All right. Well, that's it. That's all you get for today. And I've got more. I've got a lot more lessons from watching these people on the street, dude. I got the freaking jiu-jitsu guy out there in the beach doing stuff. I've got the freaking seaweed scraper out there doing stuff. I've got the 12-hour meditator out there doing stuff. I got all kinds of stuff. I know you guys are saying keep going, but I'm not going to keep going today because I've got a morning routine I got to stay locked in on. You've got a morning routine you've got to stay locked in on. And yes, it's fun to hang out and do all these things, but I'm not doing it. We're staying disciplined. We are going to honor our disciplines. We're going to honor each other by doing so. Malika Starr, you're going to have to go back and watch the replay, girl. Yes, you are. Tiffany Ann, thank you for being here. I appreciate it. I know you guys want me to keep rolling, but I'm not going to. Rodney Rock Hatfield, you the man. Listen, lessons from today. Pick your allies. Believe in yourself. Meet people where they are. Figure out what's valuable to them. Meet people where they are. Go out and experience the world. If you see somebody walking backwards, don't just think they're a lunatic and look the other direction. Maybe do a little research. They might just have the solution you've been looking for your entire life. I had been trying to heal up my calf muscle for 3-4 weeks, and I just kept re-injuring it. Every 3 days, I kept re-injuring it. I walked backwards for 2 days straight, and that sucker's healed, bro. And then the last lesson, the last takeaway from today's episode. Don't worry so much about where you're going or what's next. Take some time to realize what's working in your life. Thanks for the fist bump over there on TikTok. Take time to realize what's working in your life. Do more of that, bro. Do more of that. I met a girl named Adi Arizini. I interviewed her on this show years ago. I'm going to go back to doing interviews on Fridays, by the way. I interviewed her on this show, Adi Arizini, and she said the biggest mistake most people make is they figure out something that works and then they stop doing it. And that's like the story of my life, bro. That is the story. I'm like, yeah, figured it out. That works. All right, I'll do it for a little while. Okay, now I'm bored. It's not as exciting anymore. I'm going to stop doing it. Dumbass. Oh, my gosh. I can't tell you how many times that has been the case for me. Look back, man. What's working? What's worked? Do more of that. Feel me? Larry Molinix, thanks for popping in, buddy. You've been around a long time, and I really appreciate your friendship and the way that you always support me. You're a great guy. All right, I'm going to get out of here. Ladies and gentlemen, have an amazing day. I love you. I do. If nobody's told you yet today, I want to be the first. I absolutely stinking love you. All right, and yeah, let's get after it. Have a good one. Peace.
Now that people are around, and super cool. Too slow, too slow.
You think of Mission Beach, and you think of summer Saturdays under a layer of suntan lotion. But Mission Beach is here summer and winter, a unique part of the city unto itself.